I'm quiet right now because I'm not even sure if the stream is working. It went out the first time I tried to do it, by the way, in case you guys clicked on and was like, is he not talking? No, I'm here. I'm here. That was a nice little silent 30 seconds. Alright. Should be good to go. I don't know why, like a second I started streaming, my internet started acting crazy, but here we go. So they're explaining right now why Nick, Miles and Larry are all like close to each other or whatever. Now I remember this backstory and I did not really care for it. I feel like they could have done something cooler, but whatever. I didn't do it. Guilty. He did it. Guilty. Give the money back. You're such a meanie. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. We're going to go play. Okay. You shouldn't be allowed to be in the relay race. Give me back my 50 cents I had loaned you. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, did it crash again? No fucking way. There's no reason for it. It disconnects again. Like someone's watching me or listening to me and just like, okay, let me just unplug everything. I don't know if it's skipping ahead or keeping track of what's happening, but okay. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Jackson. You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? He was wearing a suit back then? Bow tie, okay. I guess it's like a name tag on his shirt? I don't know. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. You shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. So Miles was the one who got his money stolen, okay. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. We don't need proof. Make him say sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think of how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. I think the main reason Larry wasn't a part of that crowd is because Larry is the one who stole it, but that's just me. Very well. I'll replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, 3 of us were the best of friends. Wow. I had no idea. Yeah, but I had an idea. I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. He's the one who did it, though. That's exactly why they had the little line right there. They're trying to tell us he did it. Doesn't matter, though. 3rd grade, who cares? Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after the class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But what? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. Oh, that's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, so to learn why he'd become what he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not, in court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believed in him. He's a pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh, Nick. Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do. Okay? Right. It very well may be. First, there's that boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess he can clean out some of this. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. So what did we get rid of? There's a DL6 incident photo, the case file, the parrot, the metal detector, the gun. Okay. Okay, I mean, that helps. That helps sift through things a lot easier. Let's, I don't know where we should go next, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, we haven't gone here in a while because he just hasn't been here, so maybe we should go check out... Let's go in order. Let's go to Detention Center first. Edgeworth is here, alright, bet. December 27th, Detention Center Visitor's Room. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard that's the story about the crash trial. Crash trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money. Oh, right, yes. I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple, to a fault even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, right, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator was my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet he was found innocent. A defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On the day 15 years ago, the 3 of us were trapped in the elevator room for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yogi had been not of a sound mind due to oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to the lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know on courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things, in court, in his personal life. He is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty perfectly. You know what I'm thinking, dude? Imagine if, in the next couple games, some of the people in this that we found guilty were actually innocent. And the only one I can think of that it could be is the one with the Steel Samurai. Because everyone else, I'm pretty sure they did it, because they showed them doing it. But I don't know. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. So, he don't remember anything about the murder. Can I show him this? Nick, no! That's a photo of his father. Don't show him that. You're right. That probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories. Man, I wanted to see what he would say. What is it? Nothing. Huh? Okay. Is that the case that changed my life? And tomorrow, on December 28th, a statute of limitations runs out. Tomorrow. Could that be a coincidence? But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never. Poor Edgeworth. What you think about this parrot? Sorry. Not sure I can help you with that. You remember this lady? Okay. Is this your gun? Okay. Is this your metal detector? Okay, no, it's not. Is this your attorney badge? No, I'm not gonna do that. Alright, let's go to, I guess, go to the Gore Lake next, I guess. Oh, someone's here already. Okay, cool. I was not expecting that. Hey, pal. Hold on. I'm gonna get it. Hold on. Long time no see. There we go. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I napped my tie in half. Oh, he nipped his tie in half. He nipped it. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Dude, hold on. Damn. Whew. All this talking, dude, it's killer, but it's fun. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. The traffic officer sure is active today. Oh, one more thing. Ah. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotto was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He was pretty mad, or he got pretty mad. No one can go in there for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble, bit one. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Okay. That must be it. Oh, someone is here. Okay, I was going to try to advance over to the boat rental shop, see if he was, if Yanni Yogi was in there. But they said they can't find him. Huh? Still, eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed, too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. There's no way he's here, right? That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahead. I actually don't. I'd know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Oh, hell nah. Why are you over here, bro? Now you look guilty as hell. Why are you here? Why are you here, suited out, at the beach? You have to be mildly uncomfortable, bro. What is going on? I was just about to come into the crib and say hello, but here you are. Aha! Hello? What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon. You see? Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Ho-ho! What do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Alright. No. We're gonna ask this parrot some questions. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the birds are going to hate me. What is this right here? The fish bowl looks expensive. Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe. Don't you think the caretaker wouldn't mind? Well, he can't just leave. Well, we could just leave him the metal detector in exchange. Maybe we'd better not. What if the newspaper right here that the parrot was on top of for droppings and stuff is actually the newspaper talking about what happened in the elevator? Just a thought. Huh? What's wrong? Huh? Oh, never mind. What? Tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See? That's why I didn't want to tell you. She's bad she can't see her TV show. Is there anything underneath this? Everything's cold. It's like he didn't turn on his heater on. I guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. Okay. I don't think there's anything in here, right? It doesn't look like he used this kitchen much. You're right. I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. What, you thought he was telling the truth? Why would he even pretend like this is a pasta shop of all things, like he's completely forgotten stuff? Now, being deprived of oxygen can make you forget things, okay, is what the game's saying. Edgeworth forgot about what happened in the elevator. He didn't forget, I guess. Or maybe he did and he was reminded, but who could have reminded him is the question, right? Say, Nick, don't we usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them? Yeah, I guess so. You mean pictures of fish they caught, right? Right. But don't all these fish on the wall here look really puny to you? Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away. Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker. And we did see him. But I feel like we're having two different conversations here. Alright. That was a whole bunch of fucking nothing. I was hoping we could talk to the damn parrot. Like, you know, give something to it. See if it reacts. But I guess not. That's okay. Alright. Maybe now we can go to the Criminal Affairs Department. That's the only place I haven't been yet. And then we'll go to Grossberg if, pretty sure if we find something here, you know, that'll be the next move. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him is catching him if it's the last thing I can do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. So there's nothing here. What the fuck do we do now? No, something's wrong. I missed something. Okay, here we go. Grossberg isn't in here though. He's out again. When does he work, anyway? Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. Alright. So where do we go? Here? He's still here for some reason. Is there something I can present to, Larry? Woohoo! I was hot out there. Hot. Unless someone's happy about how this case is going. He seems too happy to care about anything I show him. Well, shit. Dude, I actually don't know what to do. There's gotta be something. We gotta ask him about this. What are you showing me this picture for? Oh, no reason. You know, I'm impressed by your deduction in the trial today. Granted, you were at the end of your rope, but still. Nick, he noticed. Haha. I think I know what I gotta do. I just remembered. Hold on. Fuck. I thought there was a whole area we could go to over here somewhere. I guess not. Okay. There's something that we're just not getting. I don't know what. Was it something here? I don't see anything that I can examine. Huh. Probably didn't take one of the boats. Anything that we could have missed in here? That reminds me, Nick. Polly, here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Aw, but hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in here. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. One thing in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. There's no name or signature on this. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Dear Revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Whoa! What the fuck? I knew there was something in here I missed. I remembered the safe, and I was like, yo, we never really got into that. And I guess that was it right there on top of the TV. I didn't know it was a safe. I thought it was just like a fucking DVR or some shit. I guess there's no cassette section. Edgeworth. Nick, why would Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Cause he's Yanni Yogi. What do you mean? Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and Frazee Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake. Getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. Holy shit. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for the caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing is for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Get revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This note details the murder and setup. Letter from the safe. We need to get this to Grossberg. I think. Right? Yes? One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. Larry isn't here anymore. Grossberg isn't here either. Hey, look at this shit, bro. Look at this, 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 look at this. Edgeworth. See this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me. Who is that guy, old guy, anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? No! Why do they think it's... Alright, hold on. Time out. I'm not trying to be a dick, right? Because it's a story they're trying to tell, and maybe there's something that I'm not supposed to know that I know. But how would you not think it was Johnny Yogi? There were only 3 people in the damn elevator. It was Edgeworth's dad, Edgeworth, Yanni Yogi. And Edgeworth was pretty damn certain that Yanni was the one who killed his dad. So Yanni got put on trial. So of course he'd probably want revenge on Edgeworth, and probably the person who was going against him in court, the prosecutor, who was probably Robert Hammond. Now, who was the defense attorney? I don't know. That one you got me on. Unless Robert Hammond was the defense attorney. Hold on. Fuck. I don't see it. Nice, right? But I don't remember that man. Old man, not at all. So he was following this letter then. Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. 2 men meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says, This is your last chance. Last chance. Wait, maybe the statute of limitations, right? Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations for the DLC incident. Let's go! DLC, DL6. My bad. Wait, that old man. What? What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yes, he has to be, right? Yogi. The suspect in the DL6 incident, the one who was found innocent. Yanni Yogi was a courtroom bailiff, or court bailiff at the time. He just happened to be in the elevator together, always happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago. An earthquake, and that's why Edgeworth is afraid of earthquakes. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there so long it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out. Don't shout. You just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in the hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court, and Yogi was found innocent. Huh? But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? It's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed. A memory of a murder. He thinks he's the one who killed his dad, doesn't he? That'd be crazy, unless it's something else. I think the time has come to tell all. Alright? For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out! Shout! Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What are you? Stop breathing my air. No, Father. He's attacking Father. And I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. So, he threw the gun and it fired. So Edgeworth, if this happened, Edgeworth definitely did kill his father then. Because how else would his father, get shot? I thought it was Yanni who shot his father. I thought Yanni grabbed the gun. I don't know if bailiffs have guns, though. That's something I don't know at all. I doubt it, though. But that's just a dream, right? Right? 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 But that's just a dream That thought is the only thing that has kept me insane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? Say that sometimes people shut out memories in their self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it, that way this letter makes sense. Get revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth? You mean it was me? I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. Damn. This is bad. What are we going to do? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about DL6, maybe. There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6. It's Grossberg. Are you here this time, you fat bastard? That was so mean. I'm so sorry. December 26th, 27. Mr. Grossberg. Oh, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. I still don't know what his voice is supposed to be. No kidding. I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened. It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream, only a dream. I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, Well, also consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to some surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. As you imagined, Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The shot fired. The deed was done. No. I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocable. No. I don't know how to say that. I'm going to Google, and I'm going to figure out how to say that word. Here we go. Irrevocable? Yeah, that one. Okay, mute the stream. Mute the stream. God damn it. Unmute my laptop. Irrevocably. Okay, I got it. Irrevocably wrecked. Gotcha. Okay. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. Why not just let the statutes of limitations just pass by? Who was going to look at this case and figure out what was going on? Who's investigating it? We just have it and we know about it, but we don't really know. But once the statute of limitations went up, it was over. Maybe he didn't want them to think about looking into the case, so start a different crime to distract from that, so they don't have time to go and look at this case. I don't know. I have no clue what the logic is here. It's like someone trying to cover the tracks and there's no reason to. It's like going back to the murder scene while the cops are looking around. It's like, what are you doing? Stay away. Stupid. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer, now that I think about it. Your mentor, my affair, my sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. Maybe he was angry at I don't know, freaking Gregory for being upset with like his way of doing things, and so he killed him, and he tried to frame Yanni Yogi, and then now he sees Edgeworth as like a prosecutor or whatever, and now he's trying to kill him and get rid of Yogi in the process, so everyone to do with the DL6 incident is gone, and he doesn't have to have a guilty conscience. Maybe that's what Von Karma did, right? But there's no reason to think Von Karma would do that. I haven't seen him do anything physical. He's just been a fucking, asshole in court, I guess. Uptight asshole. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost. And died in despair, as it were. I see. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called in on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Missy Bear. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. So, but then you gotta think about it. If she contacts the spirit medium is only gonna say, or the spirit itself is probably only gonna say what they saw in that moment, right? Because he didn't see anyone shoot him. He didn't see his son shoot him. But he could be lying to protect his son, but I don't even know. I don't know. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's the only possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. I don't have anything else to present to him, I don't think. You want to see this? Gregory Edgeworth. He was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what would have become of Von Karma were he alive. Oh, this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended his own. Huh? His own sake. He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially, he was ruined. Huh? You'll understand soon enough. Wait, what is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Von Karma wrote this shit. I knew it was him. Why would Edward do that? It's fucking stupid. Yanni Yogi's not writing to himself. Yeah, he could be. He could be writing to himself. But no, when he needs to remember something he tells the parrot, he wouldn't write it down. So it's gotta be Von Karma. Could it be Manfred Von Karma? Von Karma. Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Wait! You're right, my boy! This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it! I used to see it all the time on court reports. What? But that means that the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was correct. Manager Von Karma himself. What does this mean, then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? I have no clue. If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth was accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. What the hell are you talking about? What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence, and though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence. It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes. An unusual event for that man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up the 06. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to the 06? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it to himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose you could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise you anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something is slim. I understand. Police materials. Alright, we know where we gotta go. Oh, is Gumshoe here? He probably is. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, now, I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yes. He had just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry. He's probably going to change some shit, too. We gotta go in there right now. Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had the time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma? He's hiding, bro. Here are the files collecting case reports. There's quite a large volume of reports here. Wow. These are all case reports? Yeah. It's like a graveyard of police cases. I guess my sister's case report is here too. Quietly gathering dust. There are shelves stuffed with case files in the back of the room too. Forgotten cases rotting away for eternity. Nick, let's get what we need and get out of here. All this dust is getting to me. Here? Huh? One of the drawers is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases evidence. Unsolved cases. Nick, the file for DO6 is completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Von Karma. You. How do you know my name? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? I beg your pardon? You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Pretty sure Edgeworth said that earlier when we met him. Mr. Edwards is your student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed the veneer of amateurism. Just like his father. Always second rate. Mr. Von Karma. You had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did. Well, what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I have had a defense attorney last as long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you're done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. Right. So when Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. You remember her? Fool. You think a prosecutor, would give you a defense attorney information? Bah. Creep. I bet you know something about this, bitch boy. Mr. Mark Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You were instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi? How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. Wow, he admitted it. So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi that letter. Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've done me a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? A stun gun. For self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000. Oh, don't worry. People don't die from this usually. Now, give me the letter. No! No! Whoa, what are you? Nick, run! Ah! Oh, Maya. Out of my way. Ah! Maya tried to help you and you stood there, bro. Nick doesn't know how to fight. I was gonna say he should have probably hit her with like the 1-2, but nah. At no point did they suggest that Nick could do anything like that, so that's tough. Maya came through though, and she got shocked for it. But he definitely has the letter now, and he's probably gonna burn it, which sucks. He got us. The letter's gone, and of course, and he took the DL6 incident or evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya. Maya, open your eyes. Maya. The letter. Did he take it? Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Maya. This has to be some way I can help her. I'd better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya. She's holding something. What's that? A bullet. DL6 evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart still bears clear ballistic markings. Huh. What if this bullet has the same ballistic markings as the other bullet that shot Robert Hammond? Because then now you can say that Von Karma gave Yanni Yogi the gun to shoot Robert Hammond. No. Yes. I don't even know, bro. Because you would think Edgeworth would have the gun that, No. Because we don't know whose gun it was that was used to shoot Edgeworth's dad. Right? We don't know what gun that was. But we do know that there was a gun involved in shooting Robert Hammond, and Edgeworth's fingerprints were on it, but the guy holding the gun was not Edgeworth. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. I didn't read that first line, I'm sorry. Alright. We're finishing this case. I'm not going to close it out again. Whew. Alright. Let's get this over with. I think this should be the end right here. Final day trial. Let's go. December 28th, 9:51. We're in the defendant lobby number 2. It's it, Judgment Day. Say things are going to be settled at last. A lot of things. Wah! What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edward is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Wow! What are you doing? Sorry. I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Wow, pal! That was probably Gumshoe. Yeah. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How do you go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after the shock, I got on the way in. I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. How do I prove that? December 28th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 3. Maya's in here, Von Karma, the judge. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is ready. He said it that time. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Montgomery, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the court in yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you will remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness? Why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. Why I left the courtroom. I was sorry about just leaving yesterday, like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food. I don't know what to do for his voice, bro. I went to buy some food. I don't know. He looks like a homeless guy. He's old. I went to buy some. Okay, there we go. I got it. Went to buy some food for policy. I figured I got nothing to do with the incident anyhow. I need one of these motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as it's hard to do the voice and read. Gotta get used to doing the voice and reading. I gotta read more in general. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? I'm fucking up the voices down. He has to know his name. Ghani Yogi. You're Ghani Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. I'm sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to his testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Bob Karma and Ghani Yogi. But I wasn't running away or nothing. Okay, we gotta press him on that. Oh, I pressed him on the wrong one. He's getting Polly some food. Wow, see? I'm just messing up. I'm still sick, so it's like everything is just off. Food. Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats this high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right, nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. So let's go back to the one before this one and press this one. And also, 1 second. 1 second. Type 1 second in the chat. Okay. All right. Should be good to go. So we're here, then went to this one, press them. Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to quietly listen when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Good one. And then we pressed him on the food. I figured I got nothing to do with it, this incident anyhow. You lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yup, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? It's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing over and over again. You've been calling the witness test memory of the past, or lack of thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order, Mr. Wright. This is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Ho, no. Now, this is interesting. I would like to know myself who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name. His name is Johnny Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh, Johnny Yogi, from the DL6 incident. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Johnny Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is the court of law, and as you may recall, you need proof. And allow me to repeat once more, that witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Johnny Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on the file of Johnny Yogi 15 years ago. I see, that makes sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Huh? I'm very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yup. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. How convenient. Did he burn his fingerprints off before this whole thing with Edgeworth and all that? Or like, yeah, that would make sense why his fingerprints weren't on the gun, too. Because he didn't have fingerprints. I thought it was because he was wearing gloves. Wow. That's fucking nuts. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Oh, he shouldn't have said that. I know who we need now. We need to get the parrot. Nick, what are we going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do now? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief? Wow. He just sold so hard. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? But what is it, Nick? No. You're not going to. Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up? Oh, on my proposal. Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's parrot. Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce, I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with this little game? Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. My karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. I get it. Bird isn't female. Anyways. Very well, witness. Who is your honor? Please testify to us. Who is your honor? Hello. Okay. Ah, interesting. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Hello. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? As I recall 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL6! Let's go. No way the bird doesn't say it. If I can get Polly to say that here, this will prove that the caretaker has something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot. Hello. Uh-oh, it's not working, Ned. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Tisk. Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when she asked if we'd forgotten anything? That's insane. Okay. Let's try the name. Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name? Polly. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that the parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? No. But, nah, because then we gotta figure out who named her. Yes, it does. Fascinating. You claim the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're supposed to prove that he is Johnny Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi, Your Honor. The proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity. Okay. Photograph the scene of the murder. Polly. Polly. Hand of the boat shop caretaker answers to the name Polly. I don't know, bro. Air in the elevator was oxygen depleted. That's the date of everything that happened. No clues were found at the scene. Graduate Edgeworth, defense attorney, trapped in the elevator, returning from a lost trial with son Miles Edgeworth, age 9. One bullet found in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Court bailiff trapped in the elevator. The Miles Edgeworth memory loss due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, his fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Holy shit! I never read this. What the fuck? This is it. The DO6 case file. That's quite a large file you've got there. Which page is the proof on it then? Show us, or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us this page. Where is the file? Where in this file is the, yeah. Shit. Case summary, victim data, suspect data. Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Let me make sure I can hear myself, by the way, in the stream. Okay, we're good. Sweet. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. Well, was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Alone is a little weak for evidence of a murder trial. We need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right. But what? Very well, witness. May we continue? I think it's the safe password. It's the safe password. Look. 1228. I read that when I was reading through, and I was like, that number looks familiar. And remember, the password to the safe earlier was 1228, which is the DO6 file. Okay. Wow. I hadn't read this thing this whole time, and if I would have just read it one time, that would have helped me so much. So we gotta go back here again, press them again, and get the password. Maybe I'll get her to say the safe number of that. Get to say this number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what's the number to the safe in the shack? 1228, 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that the number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Huh. Ridiculous. How can the number of a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us proof. Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Right here. DO6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to the safe number? It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically the date of which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident? December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on the safe is 1228. Oh! He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Bah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card numbers to 0001 because I'm number 1. This is nothing, has nothing to do with a date, nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, 2 coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop immediately. Witness, tell us your names. Wait, this witness doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Aw, hell nah. This man is stanced up crazy. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi. I think finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Johnny Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in court. This very court. Order! Johnny Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edward for his death? Yes. It was me, I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. He won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiance, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. There's a letter and a pistol. A plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to get revenge for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought it was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait one moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Bon Karma, where's Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I see no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. And will the defendant please take the stand? There are few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Yay! We beat him. Except we didn't. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Objection!
That's why he didn't say anything, because he knew Edgeworth was going to object. Fuck. I know that was his voice too. I recognized it from going against him a couple cases.
Did someone just say objection?
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth. Your Honor, I object to your argument, or to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As you heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DO6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Oh no, what do I do? I'm object. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Miles Edgeworth's outburst. Did something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
For 15 years, I have had a reoccurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me, Your Honor. I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me.
Order, order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime, a crime of which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I would deal with this.
It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, we will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
We only got one piece of evidence to argue for Edgeworth, and we don't even know what the ballistic markings even suggest. Let me see. Taken from Reggie Edwards' heart, clear ballistic markings. It doesn't say what gun it belongs to, though. I'm sorry, right? I've just wasted all of your effort.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad?
I don't want to believe it myself, detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
This is just crazy. This is crazy, just crazy.
Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I was actually reading through the court record, that's funny. I'm getting ready, my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I don't believe you're a nightmare. What? It was just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in the court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent, trust me. Right. Yeah, it probably came from Robert, or from Von Karma's gun. He probably shot Gregory Edgeworth right when, a little after Edgeworth threw the gun. I don't think he could have predicted that Edgeworth would throw the gun. I don't think that's something he planned on. It just kind of happened in the spare of the moment. He was probably already going to shoot him anyway. Or maybe he never threw the gun. But anyways, yeah. I'm thinking that's why he went back through the evidence room to try to get all the evidence. Because if they would have looked at the bullet and saw the ballistic markings and shit, they would have probably found out that the ballistic markings belong to Von Karma's gun. But we don't know if he has a gun. We just know that he has a No, we do know he has a gun because he gave it to Yanni Yogi. We know that because he wrote the letter. Yeah. Yep. It was him.
Now then, I would like to resume our trial.
Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 runs out to the unconventional for me.
I see. How does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Well, the witness state his name and profession. Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. To testify about this matter to the court. Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday. I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please. The DL6 incident. Here we go. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. He said it was a single gunshot. Oh shit! Look! Look at the bullet hole up top on the picture. Coming through the fucking elevator window. Huh. That's all. Yeah, he didn't shoot him. There's no way he could have shot him.
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream?
We were stuck in the elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. Bah. The same claim as Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please?
Yes, Your Honor. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember. Things very unclear. I don't remember things very, very clearly. Only two things. I know my father lost and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Ooh, very interesting.
Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case?
It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator. Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed, and no one came to help, my father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then, Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up? What happened next? I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. A little later there was a single gunshot, then a scream. The gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. I could be right. I'm not 100% on that one. I think I'm right though. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. To this day. To this day? To this day! I'm sorry. Yes. I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of the testimony clearly contradicts this evidence, but I don't know what it means. I better find out quick. It's the last one. All the way to the end. Right? Okay. It was a terrible scream I remember to this day. What evidence does it contradict? See, the case says it was fired twice. That's where I remember that from. Okay. Yeah. Let me look at which one it is, by the way, just to make sure. It's the victim data. Okay. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet the murder was fired twice. Murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot? That's a good question. Him saying I don't accept this evidence. Nah, he said unless you can. Okay, never mind. I thought I got him, but no, he didn't slip up yet.
Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot?
Your Honor. As we're sure you're aware, the incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What?
I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we heard. One of the shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot was fired?
Yeah, I do. I think so. I think I do. You know what I think happened? I think the first shot hit whoever shot Gregory Edgeworth. That's what I think happened. That's why we don't have the other bullet at the crime scene. Makes sense. But I don't know. It makes sense though. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you the proof. Show you proof. What? Impossible. Because remember, there is a bullet hole in the window of the elevator. So, that's where the bullet probably went or came from. Right?
Now, Mr. Montgomery, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident?
I sure do. It's this photo right here. Look at this photograph.
This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth.
This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it.
So let me get this straight. The photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where?
Your Honor, please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. Right here. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here.
I see a bullet hole in the door.
Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there was also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. And it wasn't Yanni Yogi because we know he's innocent.
Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright? Well, who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand, Mr. Wright. Look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. The case summary page. Case summary page. That's page 1. Let's look at it. He's probably going to say it himself, but you know. Location, elevator, district courthouse, and air in the elevator with oxygen depleted at time of the incident. No clues were found on the scene. What? How were no clues found on the scene? But we definitely have a bullet from when this happened that was in his chest. And we have a hole in the elevator window showing that there was a shot. How was there no... How was there no... Whatever. I'm not gonna get upset. I'm not gonna get upset. That makes no sense. But we know that. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
He does have a point.
The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
Order! I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, As Mr. Gronkarmer says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly likely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet.
It's in the person who got shot. It has to be.
So all we have is a single bullet fired. I'm afraid we have to discount the defense's claim.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet doesn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising any objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edward declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. There was no other person. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick.
Well, it seems we have finally cleared up this incident. Only one bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So you killed your father, though that was not your intention.
Yes, I did. Oh, no. He's accepted the guilt.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Greg Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right now.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright?
Your Honor. Your Honor, I object. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Oof. Nick, I don't know. This case is perfect. Oh no. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it.
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. That second bullet, it existed.
What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It just, someone took it, but from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer. The murderer. Then tell us, just who is the murderer? I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there someone pressing you for the murderer to search for that bullet?
Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. What possible reason would they have taken? Would they have? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene was the bullet would be proof. The murderer was cautious. The bullet would be proof. Or maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof. Proof. It was a special bullet, so they had to take it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired? Oh, right.
Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to penalize you. Fuck.
Alright.
Okay.
Why would the murderer have spent the time looking for that stray bullet? I haven't gotten a clue.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
The murderer has no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. The murderer. What does that mean? They got shot by it. You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. The murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take that bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright. What do you mean?
Well, for instance, what? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer.
The bullet hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there, you know? It's not a bad take. Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's what really happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime.
Yes. I guess that's how it worked, yes.
But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Mazurworth and Yanayogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean
the murderer came from outside, yes. Ooh. Somebody's about to get busted. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet. Wow. The bullet goes through the elevator and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you're truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it. No one involved with this incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick.
Huh?
I just thought of something really crazy. Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. He got shot and he had to take a break because he got fucking shot. Oh, that makes sense. What if Von Karma didn't take a vacation because of shock, but he took it because he was injured? Which would mean, it could mean one thing, only mean one thing. He was the murderer of the DO6 incidents. Ooh. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Wow. We fucking got him. Oh man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Say it now. Your Honor, there was only one lone suspect. There is a suspect, one lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking. What? Von Karma.
Von Karma?
Why did he only have a grin? Why was he not surprised by me saying that?
You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there?
Bah.
You don't object?
I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took the vacation for several months, starting the day of the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edward. I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. Dude. That's why we still have this fucking metal detector. He has the bullet inside of him right now. That's crazy. You can't just pull bullets out by yourself. Wait. What does that mean? The bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Tisk, tisk, Mr. Wright. Can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence I know how you like it so much. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is right here. Von Karma is perfect. You didn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I asked, where is the bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean...
I do. There is possibility that the bullet is inside Von Karma.
Is it even possible for all these years?
Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. I refuse.
You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is inside you. Still inside you. Order, order, order!
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now.
Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean? I don't know. We have to give it a shot. Ooh. It reacted. Something's inside of his right shoulder. The bullet. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in my shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to the DL6 incident. I think now we have to use the, we gotta use this right here. Because it has a clear ballistic marking, so if we can compare the two bullets, then we can figure out if it's related or not. That's the only thing we have left, I think, right?
But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I.
Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6?
Of course he can. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the court records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of a crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No. I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link the bullet to your shoulder in the DL6 incident. And here's my proof. Right here.
That's a bullet.
Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate.
We have 2 bullets in our possession. One bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets, since the markings matched. We would know that both bullets were fired from the same gun, the very same pistol, in other words, that murdered the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we will compare the ballistic markings to those of this bullet and solve the case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Ah! He is losing his damn mind. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help! I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. Ah, that's the same thing that Von Karma did back then. And gotcha. It was a scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed.
Mr. Von Karma?
Edgeworth! You deny. So it was you. You and your father and my curse. Your father shamed me and the penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I will bury you. I will bury you beneath my hands. Death. Damn. 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. Von Karma. It's not like you to take this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I'll cover for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me, penalized. It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came on, the elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through the medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was a perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge?
What?
What are you doing? Do your job. Bring it into this miserable charade. Now, end it.
Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way. We have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Miles Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
You all were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor. Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He was pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I know. I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try. Thank you. I see. Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're welcome. I think it could have been done better than that. Sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You gotta learn. A lot to learn, Edgeworth. Got you there.
Woo! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Oh, yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lecture from Mr. Gumshoe. Or Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see.
Whoop. I feel foolish.
Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all. Lotta. Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Aw, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. What a sad face, Larry. What happened now? Oh, Nick. I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Kianci. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Well, you should give her one of your clocks, like from earlier, and then someone can use it as a murder weapon when she comes back. No? Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy. There you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Hey, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Butts, you come along tonight, too. My treat, pal.
Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? The envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? $38. Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. 38 exactly? Nick, wasn't that exactly the amount of money, lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38? No, Larry, it was you. What are you surprised about, Mr. Wright? About Wright, huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But it doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to the day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I was never good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right? You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. Should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. You don't think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does this leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Oh, wait, that was Phoenix. Whoops. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, but you get worked up too easily, too. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if I only had known, I'd have become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal.